homeschool with me for the day, and let's talk about how I try to balance it all with 3 kids. I have a 5.5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-month-old. I try to set some stuff up for them to do in the mornings because we don't do screen time in the mornings, and we do not do screen time before our sit-down homeschool time. That is like a non-negotiable for me. And these boys spend a majority of their morning and the day, honestly, in general, just playing. They play so hard, and I think this is the way they're always going to learn best. Along with reading, I like to read over meals, but I also like to just sit down individually with my kids and read, especially my 5-year-old who is actually reading now so that he can practice. Reading is just so important to your kids. I can't stress that enough. I like to do that while my 6-month-old is napping, and then when he wakes up, we head to our homeschool space and do our actual sit-down homeschool time with our lessons. And I usually like to start with some kind of fine motor practice, something a little more creative and fun that helps get them engaged. Then I set my baby up with some fine motor practice of his own. I'm setting him up his own little space in our homeschool room, but for now I just try to give him some kind of activity to do. Then they move on to their morning binders. This is pretty simple. I usually just do feelings, weather. We do a small calendar time just so they can be familiar with the months and the days of the week. And then they each have a warm-up. Usually for my 5-year-old it's phonics, and for my 3-year-old it's letters, shapes, colors, things like that. Then I split and start my one-on-one lessons with my 5-year-old doing math and language arts while my 3-year-old does some shelf work. I just put out 3 to 4 learning activities for him to do that he can do independently. He can choose what order he does them in and has full reign of that. And that keeps him busy while I work with my 5-year-old. Previously, I used to use iPads to get this individual time, but it was just not serving us well, honestly. This is working so much better. And then a couple breaks to move their bodies is also very crucial for us. And then we swap, and I have my 5-year-old do something independently that he doesn't need my help with while I work with my 3-year-old. At his age, I keep it pretty simple. We just go over the ABCs, and then we usually do whatever shelf work he hasn't done yet, and we just do that together. And it is just very important to me personally to work with my kids every single day, even my baby, and just carve out that time with each of them. I'm very thankful to get to witness all these moments and be the one to teach them and show them new things.